We're here with Garret Dooley, and last game, Orange Bowl, just a little over a week and a half away. How you feeling heading into your final game?
It hasn't really set in, but I'm sure once that time comes, I'll be a little anxious, a little nervous. Just knowing it'll be last game as a Badger is definitely not something I kind of want to wrap my mind around right now, just because the experiences I've had here has been unbelievable, and this is a place that I'll always have. It'll always be a place in my heart. But I know everyone's ready to get down to Miami. We're just kind of ready to get going, and it's a change of scenery. I've never been to Miami before, so I think it'll be cool to go down there and see the place, and I think we're just all ready to get going.
I'm jealous. It's supposed to be single digits here early next week, and yet you guys
really?
Yeah.
I think it's going to be 70s, 80s down there is what it is.
Being a former Florida native, I'm extremely jealous of you. Real quick, just about your hand. How's your right hand? What exactly happened, if you don't mind asking, and how's things progressing?
It's gotten a lot better. I had surgery a couple weeks ago, and I just had a break in it, just something that I had to fix, and hopefully things will. It's not going to be completely healed by the bowl game, obviously, but we're going to be cautious about it. I think it usually takes about 6 weeks to heal, so it's nothing that's going to be long term. If I have to, I'll play in a club and I'll still play well. If I don't have to, then great. But things are going well. I'm getting used to the club. I can maybe use it to hit people with. I don't know, but no, I think things are going well. It's getting a lot better.
Was it just in the hand then?
Yeah, it was hand, finger. Pretty much, yeah.
Gotcha. When that occurred during the championship game then?
Yeah, it was kind of towards the end of the fourth quarter. It just kind of got basically unlucky and just got caught in the wrong spot. So.
Yeah, and then not to look, maybe we'll talk about Miami real quick. Have you had a chance to really look at the film yet? Have you guys had a chance to really kind of break down the Hurricanes' offense?
Today was actually pretty much the first day that we've done a little install for them. So we haven't looked a whole lot on tape. Basically just had a brief showing today in film. One thing that stands out is that they're very athletic, and so that's just kind of something where we have to just try to gang tackle and not have a lot of one-on-one tackles because they're very good in open space.
When it comes to just you and Leon, what are your expectations for you guys in this game?
I think it's just something that we've been stressing all year is we need to go out and play our best game. It's the last game of the season. Everyone should be fresh. We have a little time to heal up, that kind of stuff. So I think that with the energy and just everyone ready to get down to Miami, I think we're all ready to play that perfect game, or not perfect game, but our best game of the year, and just kind of end the season on a strong note. And I think everyone's wanting to make Wisconsin history, get 13 wins. I know with Coach Tibesar, what has he done for you, and how, in terms of being a coach, how has he progressed, and helped mentor not just you, but Leon, Andrew, Tyler this year, but the track record speaks for itself too, with Joe and TJ and Vince. Yeah, he's been my coach all 3 years that he's been here. That was the year that I switched outside linebackers when they got here. And I owe everything to him. Basically, he was the one who trusted me last season when Vince got hurt to get my first start, and haven't looked back since. And I think he is just someone who, no matter what, is always going to be pushing you to get better. No matter how good of a play you have, there's always something that he says that you can work on. And I just think that that's something that kind of drives into us, because we know not to ever be complacent and to be we just know that we need to always try to achieve perfection no one will ever get there. So I just think that he's kind of a technician coach, and he loves to coach us up, and it's definitely been a blessing having him here.
Did he tell you at all when it was taking place, or when he was expecting to move?
Yeah, he brought the outside linebackers together this past weekend before it got all out, and he wanted us all to know, and he wanted us to know that he was going to be staying through the bowl game because he wanted to be a part of this season and to finish it up strong. So that's something where you can definitely respect it, and we know it's a great opportunity for Coach Tibbs to go out to Oregon State, and so that's just something where we wish him the best of luck, and I thank him for everything he's done for me here.
And when it's not looking too far ahead of the bowl game, but you accepted the Senior Bowl. Are you excited for that one? Because you'll be down again in a nice southeastern, United States during the winter. But being a chance to go in front of scouts, and even with your injury, are you still planning on obviously being down there?
Yeah, absolutely. Part of the thing that I've spoken with trainers about is that I'm going to be ready 100% by then, so that won't be an issue at that time. But that's something I'm definitely excited for, but not yet focused on, just because we still have, I think, 10 days left. And so these 10 days is what I'm going to be focusing on Miami. So after it's all done, then that's something I'll be excited about.
Have you picked any place where you're thinking about training? Are you going to stay here, or other guys have?
I have a couple places in mind. Yeah.
Okay, gotcha. Last question: if Wisconsin, for the defense, you guys had a turnover chain like Miami, what would the turnover chain, or what would it look like, or what type of chain would it be, and what would it signify?
That's a very good question. I don't think I'm the person to come up with that. I would just kind of be someone to go along with it. I think someone who would come up with it would be more like DT or Joe Ferg or something like that. I think they'd be more the creative guys to kind of have something with that. So I can maybe let you ask them.